Have you ever noticed that the less money you have, the more everything seems to be expensive? It sounds like a paradox, but in statistics, we call it the poverty premium. There's a famous concept called the boots theory. Imagine two people, one has 50,000 naira and buys a pair of high quality leather boots that lasts 10 years. The other only has 5,000 naira, so he buys cheap synthetic boots. Those cheap boots wear out in 6 months. Over 10 years, the first person still has their 50,000 naira boots, but the second person, they've had to buy 20 pairs of cheap boots. They've spent 100,000 naira and still have wet feet. That right there is the mark of unfairness. In my time as a stockist, I saw this play out every single day on the shelves. You call it the Sachet Economy. If you go to the store and buy a 10-kilogram bag of rice, you are paying a wholesale rate. But if you can only afford to buy a small cup of rice every evening, you are paying for the packaging and the distribution of that small cup 20 times over. When we run the numbers, the sachet version of products, milk, detergent, oil, is often 25% to 40% more expensive per gram than the bulk version. The system essentially charges you a poverty tax for not being able to afford the big bag upfront. It gets deeper when we look at hidden premiums. Think about late fees. A bank charges you 2,000 naira because your account hit zero. It's a literal tax for having no money. Or look at credit. If you have a high credit score and collateral, the bank gives you a loan at 15%. But if you're struggling and need a quick payday loan from an app, the interest can be as high as 300% annually. The math is brutal. The people who need the most help are statistically the ones paying the highest interest. It's not a lack of discipline, it's a mathematical trap. And here is the most interesting fact. Being poor is mentally exhausting. Statistics show that constantly calculating if you have enough for the next meal creates a cognitive load that temporarily lowers your functional IQ by up to 13 points. It's not that people are making bad choices, it's that their brains are so busy solving a rigged mathematical equation that there's no room left for long-term planning. So, the next time you see someone struggling, remember the boots theory. The system is expensive to navigate when you are starting from zero. I'm Ashraf, and I'll see you in the next fact.